What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? That was a good clap. Rate that clap down in the comments on a scale of 1 to 10. How was that clap? All right, about 30 seconds ago, I finished the review on the P365 chambered in 380. That review is going to come out a week before this review. Today, we're going to compare the 380 version to the 9mm version. Quickly, before we get into it, I need to thank my friends at the Elite Indoor Gun Range, local country club here, sporting clays, indoor ranges, training classes. More important, they're good folks. I never allow anyone to sponsor or support this channel if they're not good folks, and they are great folks. So, if you're in the area, check them out. They are good folks. Anyway, these guns are extremely similar. So many times where I would put the magazine in and I'm like, wait a minute, okay, this is the 380 and same thing on 9mm. So I was afraid I was gonna put the wrong magazines in, the wrong gun, and that would be no good. So we're gonna start at the bottom and work our way forward. If you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the comments and I will answer them. Magazines are extremely similar. Same size, same capacity. Now the 9mm has 10, 12, and 15 rounds. I believe the 380 is only 10 rounds right now, but the 10 round magazines look to be identical from the outside. The only difference is the 380 has a little plug in the back because the 380 round is shorter than the 9mm. So right behind the follower on the 380, there's that little plug in there, but they're very difficult to tell apart. And I did test them, and you can swap the magazines and put the 380 mag in the 9 and the 9 in the 380. So if you have both, be careful. The grips on both of these guns look to be exactly the same, no different. Same size, same texture, same shape, same magwell, trigger guard, rail on there, sorry guys, the rail, all that seems to be the same. The mag release is the same, shape, size, texture, drops the magazines freely, reversible for you lefties. I don't see any difference in there. The triggers are normally the same as well. Both of them normally come, you see this curved Sig trigger? Both of them normally come with that curved Sig trigger. The 380 version here at some point got upgraded to the flat face trigger. That flat face trigger normally only comes with the X or the XL models or the Spectre models, higher end ones. Cool thing about them is the fire control units in these guns are swappable. Like, you can pop the pin on all P365s and take the fire control unit out. And what it allows you to do is be very modular with the gun. Like, this is my carry gun. It started off as a bone stock 365. I took the fire control unit out. I put it in an XL grip and then in a Wilson Combat grip, and now this Icarus grip, and I put a comp on it. You get the point. That modularity is really cool if you like to switch things up, but the fire control unit in these two guns is the same, so you can take the fire control unit out of the 380 and put it in the 9mm and swap them back and forth. So for some reason, if you wanted both, you can do so. It's a different slide and a different barrel, different magazine, but the fire control unit is the same, just so you know. Neither one of these guns have a safety, which is good for me, but they are available with safeties if that is your jam. Slide release, man, I'm messing up all my terms. The slide release on them is exactly the same, and I love the slide release. If you choose to use it as a slide release, and long as you don't have super stubby fingers, you should be good to go. And I think Sig nailed it, and that's a very important feature for me. Taking the guns apart is exactly the same. You lock it to the rear, quadruple check to make sure it's unloaded. I don't want to send around to the next range over and shoot some FUD, that'd be bad. Anyway, you don't have to pull the trigger, you just send the slide forward and it comes right off. Now inside is very similar. This is the 380, you have a dual captured recoil spring. The barrel is slightly different, obviously, because it is a 380 barrel and not a 9mm. Let me take this one apart here so I can look at them. The 9mm recoil spring is definitely significantly bigger, and it's a lot more pressure, but we'll get into that more in just a second. Obviously the barrel is a little bigger as well because it's shooting a bigger round. Let me put the 9mm back together first. Now we will do, the 380, if I knew what I was doing and not doing this backwards. So the one thing I wanted to say about manipulating the slide is I'm assuming partly because the slide weighs less on the 380 and the recoil spring has less tension, it's easier. It is significantly easier to rack the slide in the 380 than the 9. Not that the 9 is overly hard, but if someone has grip strength issues, a kid, someone smaller stature, like this would be the gun I would recommend my wife to carry. whatever works for her. But this would be one of the ones I tell her to try and shoot and see if she likes, because it is significantly easier to rack that slide than the 380, and the shooting is significantly different, but I'm gonna make you wait for that. The slides appear to be exactly the same, same material, same shape, same serrations, which are very, very good. The sights are similar. Most 365s come with these X-ray sights, which I'm a big fan of. You get tritium in the back, tritium in the front, and a nice bright green circle. I like that. My eyes pick up the green really, really well. The 365 and 380 has the tritium sights, the 3-dot tritium, but doesn't have that green circle around. And I looked on the Sig site and I didn't see that X-ray sight available in the 380, and I was surprised because Sig always pumps those X-ray sights a lot, and I like them. They're good. They're metal sights. They have a ledge in the back for one-handed manipulation, so I was surprised that the 380 didn't come with the X-ray sights, but it's not a big deal. A huge advantage for me, in my opinion, on the 380 is, one, it comes optics ready. Some 365s do and some don't, but the huge advantage is they move the optics cut a little bit forward on the 380, so you don't lose, sorry about the wind guys, so you don't lose your rear sight when you add an optic. It's the original optics ready 365, when you added an optic, you lose the rear sight. And I know some optics have that rear sight, but it's not as good, and I want that metal sight there, in my opinion, in case my optic goes down. So A+. So the optics these take, just so you know, is the smaller K footprint, like the Holosun 507K, the Shield RMSC. I've reviewed a bunch of those size pistol red dots. If you want to check them out, they're on my channel. You just got to go through and find them. All right, that's the basic differences between the guns as far as the features. The other huge significance is shooting. I like the 9mm. I carry a 9mm. For a small 9mm, it's one of the best shooting micro compact 9mm out there. So the 380, however, is significantly softer shooting. Like, the difference between 9 and 380, I've compared other guns, and there's a bit of difference. But the difference between these two is drastically different for some reason. Like, when I was shooting the 380, it really felt like I was shooting a rimfire, 22 Magnum, something along those lines. Like, I took the first couple shots and I looked at my camera and I smiled like, holy crap, there was like no felt recoil. I'm assuming it's the different recoil spring and that the slide is lighter. I don't know if Sig put any other magic juju in here, but it shoots significantly softer. So if you are someone who is recoil sensitive, if you have grip strength issues, definitely put this gun on your list. Again, if my wife was looking for a new gun, I would put this on the list for her to try and check out and see if she likes it as much as I like it. When I reviewed the Smith & Wesson Easy series, similar idea. 380, very easy to manipulate, very soft shooting. I was very surprised at how many comments I got from guys, a lot of them offended, that said, I don't have any grip strength issues, I'm not recoil sensitive, I still choose that gun. It's okay, no big deal. The gun is made for somebody, designed for someone who's recoil sensitive and has grip strength issues, but anyone who's not, this is fine. There's nothing wrong with it. If I didn't like the hotter load of the 9mm, hotter load. If I didn't like the hotter load of the 9mm, especially some of those defensive rounds, those really hot 9mm loads have come. Oh, I'm gonna hear that comment at work so bad. Hot loads. Anyway, let's get back on track. If I didn't like the advantage of the 9mm, I would have no problems carrying this gun. So which one is right for you overall is up to you. If you have a great range like I do near you, like the Elite Indoor Gun Range, that you can go and test both of them, that would be absolutely perfect, because while the difference in recoil is significant, if it's worth it to you, there's no way of knowing until you try. But again, if you have those grip strength issues or recoil sensitive, it definitely should be on the list. And I'm going to try to get my hands on this and the Smith & Wesson 380 Easy to compare them to see which one I like better. Right off the bat, I love the capacity advantage of this. It has, almost twice the capacity, which is always dope. All right. That's all I got for you today. Once again, let me thank my friends at the Elite Indoor Gun Range. I also want to thank my friends at Blackout Coffee. I just finished my second coffee. That's why I have so much energy. Stuff is delicious. I'm gonna warn you, if you try one, it's not cheap, it's more expensive than your crap coffee, but it tastes significantly better. If you use the link and use my discount code, I'm warning you now, you'll become addicted like me, And every time you taste any other coffee, you're gonna be like, oh, that's gross, where's my blackout coffee? They're good people again, and the coffee is delicious. Once again, link, discount code, coupon, whatever is down in the video description. Most important, thank you guys for watching. I say this in every video, and I mean it 100% sincerely. Thank you, thank you, thank you. If you think I deserve it, that like and the comment are free, are easy, help out the algorithms, and I greatly appreciate it. More important, if you think I deserve it, again, subscribe to the channel, enable the bell notifications if you think I deserve it, and if you do any of those things, it greatly, greatly supports me, and I greatly, greatly appreciate it. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.